Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Carl Dixon and I'm a cartoonist who lives in what is now a beautifully warm summer's day in Wales, UK. And today I'm going to be giving you a video tutorial on how I coloured a caricature. Now, the caricature is of a guy called Captain Tom. For those of you outside of the UK who maybe aren't familiar with him, what he did, this 99-year-old guy who'd be turned 100 by the end of what he was doing, he went round and around his garden gaining money for the NHS, and I think he raised about 15-20 million, something like that. Huge amount of money anyway. So a magazine that I work for called The Dalesman, they asked me if I'd do a cover caricature of him, which of course I said yes, absolutely no problem. So the tutorial is literally me colouring Captain Tom, showing the production of how I go about it in Photoshop. So before we go over there, just like to say, if you like what I do, then please hit the subscribe button. Whilst you're there, there's another drop down menu. And I think it's the top one that says something like all, which basically means that any kind of drivel I come out with gets sent directly to you, which is great. The other thing is if you would like to follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I am both on Facebook and Instagram. It'd be great to have you along, but in the meantime, let's get into the tutorial, shall we? And I shall see you on the other side. Thank you. Right, so we started off now. I've got the picture, got the caricature up here. It's all being cleaned up, i.e. you can get little dots like this, for argument's sake, although this area around here won't be in the finished picture. I'm just using that as an example, so I'll go over and get the eraser tool and just take it out. So all the way around, just get rid of it all. Now I'm leaving this in because I need this as a guide. I'm going to show you what I mean by that now. Now I don't want the colour to come outside. It already has. This is the bleed I've taken into consideration for this particular job. So I start up by here and I give myself a bounding box using the bottom marker down there and the top marker over there. I now can leave that. Oops, I don't think that's right actually. No, it's not. Silly me. That's okay. You just go back up to here, click anywhere down there. You've lost it again, so start off again in the corner, right the way down. Make sure I got it right this time. Yep. Right, there we go. So that is now ready. So I can, for argument's sake, we'll just drop some old blue in there. Oh no, I can't do that, can I? Because I've got to go to image mode grayscale. There we are. Now it'll still be grey now, but I'm just dropping that in. You can see it's not going outside. I can click as much as I like, but it's not going outside. Let's do that. If I go, I'll experiment with something now. Right. So if I click Control then H, and it hides the bounding box, but it's still reading it. Now I've got all the black in there that I need in there. I did that on the actual original picture, so now it's just a case of going image mode CMYK, because this is going to be for publication, and give it a new layer and select in the menu multiply. Right, now I'm going to put the flat washes on now, so for this particular point I guess I'm going to go into super speed, so I shall see you on the other side of that. Right, welcome back. So that's that done now. You notice that even though it was all speeded up, there was a point when I went to get the chap himself. This is Colonel Tom. For those of you who don't know, people from outside of the UK, during lockdown, this old boy decided to do 100 laps of his garden. All the money he raised, he was going to give towards the NHS. People took him and it to their hearts, and I think last I heard he'd raised about 16 million, something like that. So he's a bit of a national hero. He's 99 years old. So I got asked to do this cover because he lives in an area where I draw a cartoon for. It's a magazine called The Dalesman, which is up in Yorkshire. So that's what this is all about. So now that I've completed the flat washes, it's now time to start putting the shading on the cartoons. So what I'll do now is I highlight an area like I did before, hit Control and H, which hides it, select the color, and then come along and just darken it a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Decide that the sun, where are we having the sun coming from? Where's it coming from with him? It's coming from over this way. Not my favourite place. So I'll have the sun coming from, oh, I don't know, this way, I think. Now, my cartoons, or rather cartoon colouring, isn't the same as, say, proper artists, as I call them. So that just has to be a general idea of how it's supposed to look. But I still want to get it sort of fairly right. I still want to get it nice. Let's start off with that. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere now. No. Little bugger, you escaped, didn't you? I will be speeding up at some point, but I'm just sort of going through this little bit here. You can see what I'm doing. There we have that. A bit there as well. I haven't dropped the colour in here yet because it's just going to fly everywhere otherwise. And I'm going to give a little bit of light around here. A little bit of light will be escaping from over here. Now, let's have that. We'll play around with that side in a minute. Just drop some colour into. A little bit of escape around there, didn't it? To there, and there, you little monkey, you. There we have it. Right, this is only rough, remember. This is the first stages. Everything's in its first stages. That I think needs to. Yes, right. And with the ear, there won't be a lot of light on it, but from this side, me pointing at the screen, you can't see me pointing. I'm pointing like mad, but you can't see me. And you bring it round this side a bit as well, because there will be a bit of sunlight coming from around the back and sort of give a bit of a halo effect, I guess. And the same up here. So we'll drop those in. And now we have the basis of it all. Up here. He's got his glasses on, so we'll give him a little bit of light shade there. And bring it around here. It's effectively the opposite, like over there you got the light on there, but over here you'll have it on this side, the dark, sorry, on this side. Because there won't be a great deal of shading over here, I'll give it a bit there. Right, right there. Oh, don't be excited now. Don't get too carried away, Dixon. I've done this. You probably also noticed that when I was playing around with it, putting the flats down, it was all speeded up. You may have caught the fact that I disappeared on the internet when I was doing the rainbow, I had a mental block. Could not remember what indigo looked like. So I had to go on there and select it. Right, your man Tom has got a bit of a red lip issue going on here. It's I think it's an old man thing. No, I haven't got to that stage myself yet, so I couldn't really say. There we go. It's something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to play with that later. Okay, right, so we'll carry on with this now. A bit closer to there. Because he's got creases or folds in his face. He's a little bit of an older chap, isn't he? It's going to happen. Happens to the best of us. Except me, of course. Okay. And then now we go to another darker stage. Now, in proper art, they will be having they have purples and blues, all sorts of colours around here. I don't do that for two reasons. No, one reason. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I wouldn't know where to start. So I wing it and try and make it look right by just this, by just darkening the colours all the time. Yeah, off his glasses. So light round there, more dark there. Ooh, hang about. We're about to flood the planes. Can't be doing that. See what it looks like. Bring it back out a bit. Yeah, looking all right there. He says, hoping you can all see the big picture. Shade on his wrinkles. We have that. Oh, yeah, there we go. There we go. Right, I would say that's pretty much it for his head. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't get excited. Let's drop something down here, shall we? The extreme shaded side of his face. There we go. Let's see what a bit here as well, don't we? Yeah, could do with a bit more here. It's a bit more round, or make it a bit more rounded. I'm just going into there, but that's coming over here. So let's round that as well. Okay, let's see how that works. Yeah. Final stage will now go very light, right over to there, I think. And this is always hit and miss with me. I either love it or I hate it, and I always go a little bit too far. So we won't be going too far with this. Makes him a little bit more of a sprightly old gent. Give him a little bit of light, shall we? Maybe somewhere down here. Right, the glasses. I've highlighted that now. The top bit here will go a little bit darker, not much, because I'm going to lighten the bottom bit. 21. And it should cover it. And so as I said, lighten the bottom bit. Even lighter again. Right, I think that would be most of his head now, just finally the hair, and then we'll speed his little baby up and you'll be able to hopefully not get too bored. Oh, I'm not too big. A little bit darker again, because we'll run some. Nope, too big. Nope, too big. Oh, lost it now completely. Maybe. We'll see how that looks like. No, I don't like any of them, so we'll get rid of them. Is that one gone? Nope, one more. Gone. Now, finally, it's the shading within the glasses. I might do this with the airbrush. What have I got up there? Oh, that's still good. New. There we are. We virtually have the entire face done now. Too big. Right, and last little bit here. A bit extra shadow. And there we have Tom's face. Bless him. Lovely old boy. I'm now going to speed it up and I shall see you on the other side again. Right, here we go. you go. That's it. That's how I coloured that particular caricature. Great guy, Captain Tom. I do believe he's going to be knighted in the New Year's Honours list. Certainly hope he is. And if you want to look him up, if you want to help support what he's doing, then I'm sure he's got a website somewhere. If I can find it, it'll be in the details down below. And whilst you're down there, like I said before, hit the subscribe button. It makes a lot of difference. Got any questions? Leave them in there. I'll answer them if I can. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with a new tutorial. Thank you very much. Goodbye.